To be the best in the world, you have to convince yourself you are the best in the world and that it's already happened. And now it didn't happen. Now you're just left with this emotional turmoil of pushing your inner down and you don't get the rewards. So now you have nothing.
The OG legendary men's physique and classic IFBB Pro. 2014 and 2015 Mr. Olympia men's physique runner-up. 2014 Tampa Pro champ. 2015 Arnold Classic champ. 2022 Pittsburgh champ. We got Sadik, Hadzovic.
I was like, wow, let me email Chris Aceto. I told him, Chris, thank you so much. It's an honor. I'm going to give you 110%. And he stopped me. Chris Aceto goes, yo, don't give me 110%. Be 99% because you will never be 100% on a bulk. You go upwards to like 6,200.
Oh, Jesus.
I speak to my wife. I was like, babe, I'm not doing good. She's like, yo, suck it up. You've done Tren before. I didn't ever think I would achieve anything. My original goal was to gain 5 pounds. I'll even post a picture of me and my kids. Like, yeah, real cool. You're not gonna make it past 40. I was like, dude, but it's a picture of my kids, bro. Like, yo. There's one iconic photo of you and Frank Zane, and it looks like if the wind blows, you're gonna fly away. And I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah. Be ignorant to the fact that your dreams are within reach, and if you start working towards them and you work hard every day towards that dream, that you can actually achieve it.
So what do you feel like was different than about these preps where you brought your best package?
I'll tell you the truth. Oh, did you see the milking table shit or not yet? You definitely Googled it in the car. You're like, what the fuck is a milking table?
I saw it on the show.
Second door on the left whenever you're stressed out.
You're not wrong. It does.
We could keep all this in, by the way. It's all good. This is a nice intro.
No, we're talking about this young lady.
You don't know about milking table. You know about milking table?
I wonder if that's a good thing.
It's you like kind of laughing. Yeah. He's one of the founding fathers of milking table. Milking table is just a high table you lay down to get jerked off.
Seems like it.
That's it. But your face.
Pretty big guy.
Let's not put that in there. You're going to get demonetized. Like, oh, fuck it. Lost the channel. Thanks.
That's okay. That's why it's called Trensparent.
Well, that's why you're shadow banned. I noticed we can't even find you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
that's why my main account is shadow banned.
I just tried to find you. You couldn't pull you up.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's my main Instagram account, though, so... Yeah. For some reason, the podcast stuff is still good somehow.
All right, cool, man. Let's keep it that way.
We're talking about Young LA. He checked out the Young LA gym yesterday because now, we're in LA and everything, and he's visiting. And Young LA has this like massage table where they have a dude like that works on people like every day, right, or something. It literally looks exactly like a milking table.
Yeah. It's just a table with a glory hole. If nobody knows what it is, a glory hole plus a massage table. Now you know. Cool.
Anyways, homies, you probably don't need an introduction, but we got Sadik, Hadzovic, the OG legendary men's physique and classic IFBB Pro. 2014 and 2015 Mr. Olympia men's physique runner-up. 2014 Tampa Pro champ. 2015 Arnold Classic champ. 2022 Pittsburgh champ. Various other wins and pretty huge accomplishments in the IFBB, which are pretty sick, bro. I actually personally wanted to say, I don't think I told you this at all yet, but I personally do think that you have one of the most, sick aesthetic proportions on stage. And I actually started following you in, 2014 when you first got second place at the Olympia. And I remember watching YouTube videos of all you guys posing and just literally eyeing down your posing and copying it. Copying or posing, being like, this guy is literally my favorite poser and one of my favorite physiques of all time. And then at my very first 2 shows, 2015 or something, I was college. I competed, did your posing on stage, and the judges were like, you have the most classic physique, and you were the best poser out there, which is why you got placed this, blah, 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 blah. And it was all because I copied your posing.
Sick, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, no. I've been one of the pioneers of the sport, so... who else are you going to copy? I was the only one doing different stuff. And I was trying to do different stuff because I never felt I was good enough. So I was like, all right, my posing's got to be even more grand than my shape, or my conditioning. So it's always been posing has been that thing I really focused on ever since day one. So I'm still, posing is still number 1 for me, dude. So... appreciate the nice introduction. That's cool.
Yeah, of course,
really
bro.
Cool. Yeah, you missed a couple championships, but it's okay. We'll let it slide. Yeah, there's a few more in there. I love this. I love the fact that, so we have my boy, my training partner, he's in the background laughing after everything funny. I wish we could get that audio in there.
It's probably in there a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Superimpose a laughing noise.
Beautiful intro.
Yeah, that was nice, right? That was nice. This is a big break.
The creator of the milking table is a big motherfucker.
Oh, he's big, dude. I taught him everything he knows. Last week he was only 150 pounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Last week he was only 150. We put.
Breast milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that why he has all the extra Winstrol right now?
Yeah, that's so funny, man. Yeah, no, dude, I really appreciate it. In fact, I saw one podcast you did. It was with that gentleman that passed away. You know, he had to.
Joesthetics.
Yeah, Joesthetics. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching one interview, and you guys spoke very highly of me, and I do remember that. And you said something similar to what you just said, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. How old are you, bro?
It's a secret.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, but I just choose not to say it just for fun.
Okay, let's not say
Like,
it.
you know patty cakes? Or not patty cakes, fucking...
Yeah, I do.
Patty...
He's on Rise.
Not patty cakes, but patty's awesome too. Why am I brain farting right now? Lean beef patty. Yeah.
Beef patty.
Yeah, she's a homie from the Young Only team.
sweet.
And even I would ask her age too, like in person. And she's like, I know you know that we're like the same age, but I'm just not going to say it. So she literally tells nobody at all, just for the hell of it.
Women
It's funny.
They don't want to say the age.
Yeah.
I have one friend, and I've been friends with her. She's actually the one who got me into competing. And I was very inspired by her for reasons where you wouldn't think, you know. Like, she was like really good looking. And she approached me one day. She's like, yo, like, you're an idiot. And I was like, what? I was like, yo, what? You know, you're an idiot. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, your words have creative energy. So like after a hard set, like I'm always like, oh shit, fuck, you know, like, you know, goddamn, you know, like after like crazy, you know, go to like 15 reps, but it's super heavy. You're already burning at 8. And she's like, yo, your words have creative strength. You don't even know it. I was like, what are you talking about? Whatever. She's kind of cute.
She
whatever.
sounds
You know what I
spiritual.
mean? Yeah, right. That's funny how you picked that up. I had no idea. So the next day she gives me a book. She's like, yo, read this. And I was like, yo, I'm going to read it because like what else I got going on? She's pretty good looking. Let me see what this book's about, you know? So then I read it, but I started reading it and it fucking kind of just primed my brain into kind of believing myself, being very conscious of your words, the energy you put out, the way you view yourself, the way you talk about yourself. And dude, like I've never read a book in my whole fucking life. Like never, bro, like from beginning to the end, like because I would get distracted or whatever, you know, take what I want from it, disregard the rest. This book was so damn good that like 4 days later I gave it back to her. I was like, yo, what else you got? You know, and then she's like, oh wow, like I'll give you another book. And then I read that book and then, you know, started highlighting it, really started priming my brain to visualize and to believe and to, you know, kind of pursue the things that I want to pursue, which at the time was acquire a great physique and compete. So then eventually became these books were so deep. I was like, yo, could I meet up with you and speak about the book? You know, not like, hey, you're fucking hot. Like I want to meet up with you and fuck because like, you know, like that's what men are typically thinking about, you know, especially at 24. Well, no, this was 23. You're always thinking about sex. So then it became beyond that. I was like, yo, give me another one, give me another one, give me another one. At the whole time I started just winning shows. And that was a really big, pivotal turning point in my life. You know, that one interaction where somebody's like, yo, listen, you're dumb. Read this book. And, you know, have I not read that book, I probably would have never competed. You know, leading up to this point, my whole life, people were telling me to compete. And my answer was always like, nah, that shit's gay, dude. Like, what do you mean compete? Like, you know, go on stage oiled up. And, you know, I think for like 3 to 4 years, I always looked like just sick, you know. And I didn't try, I didn't do cardio, I didn't know anything. You know, even people used to compare me to Frank Zane, like, yo, you really have a Zane physique. And I used to say like, yo, why does everyone say this? Like what time does he train? Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was a guy in the gym, Frank Zane. Yo, you look like Frank Zane. You know Frank Zane? I'm like, nah, you know, I never met him. I don't talk to a lot of people here, you know? And it wasn't until like 3 or 4 years later where like I finally realized who Frank Zane was, you know? And I was like, holy crap, they're saying I look like a 3-time Mr. Olympian.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
How old were you?
This has been happening ever since like age 20 to like, and then like age 23, 24, I found out who he was by accident. You know, I was kind of like researching bodybuilding. I was like, oh, this is that name, you know, which is cool. And then like I visualized me like, yo, that's mad sick. I hope I could do a photo shoot with Frank Zane. Visualize that, bro. It took me so many years to cultivate it. And then I think like Flex Magazine hit me up. Yo, we have this opportunity. We want to put you on a cover. We're going to do a comparison between you and Frank Zane. It's holy crap. Like I thought this, I believe this, you know, I've cultivated this, you know, and there's so many cool things in my career that I cultivated. But just coming from a kid with zero confidence, zero self-worth, you know, like I didn't like ever think I would achieve anything. My original goal was to gain 5 pounds.
5 pounds.
That was my original goal. I was 139 when I graduated high school, and my whole goal was gain 5 pounds.
No, you're almost there.
So like, yeah, I'm almost there, man. Right now I'm 144, so hoping to climb up there. So, you know, so subconscious that I worked out in my basement for an entire year before I could even join a gym. And then I joined the gym, have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I was so insecure. I wear baggy clothes, so no one would know I'm skinny. But when you're skinny, when you wear baggy clothes, you look even skinnier, you know? So, you know, trained for many years. I was obsessed. Went from this depressed, you know, insecure, self-conscious kid who didn't even want to be alive to like, you know what, dude? I fucking love working out and seeing the changes in my physique, and they materialize to this confidence and this ability to meet people, talk to people, compete, travel the world. And it's all these little pivotal things in my life that now looking back at them, I'm like, wow, if this didn't happen, if I didn't meet this person, if, you know, even the way I got into competing. The way I got into competing was I was watching a video of Kai Green on the internet, and I clicked on it because the thumbnail looked so freaky. You know, just jacked big motherfucker. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And I'm watching, and I was like, wow, this is really disturbing. But I couldn't look away. So I kept watching and watching. 30 minutes passed, and my ex-girlfriend's like, yo, what the hell are you watching? I was like, look at this guy. Come over here. Like, look at this. You know, it's like, wow. And then she notices, like, Syosset, New York. It's like, yo, that gym is next to your house. You should join. I'm like, yo, look at the fucking size of this guy. You think I could ever go there? Were you crazy? So 1 month later was my birthday. Open up the gift. She got me a 1 month pass to Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym.
Damn.
Which is the gym, if anyone's watching, if you're not familiar, the head judge Olympia, that's
Right,
his
that's
gym.
his.
So I'm training there. I'm doing bicep curls. I see Victor Martinez. I was like, holy shit, look at this fucking guy. Looks sick, dude. And I just got like hooked, bro. I'm like, wow. Like I didn't want to compete, but I was like, wow, this is sick. Doing bicep curls. Steve Weinberger comes up to me. I don't know who he is. Yo, we got good physique, man. You should do this new division. It's called men's physique. I'm like, nah, I don't compete, man. Like I do this for me. You know, I could have definitely won the show. I was like, nah, I do this for me. 1 week later, he asked me again. 1 week later, he asked me again. And finally, his wife, Bev Francis, she asked me. I couldn't say no to a woman. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll do this shit. Like, whatever. So, you know, have I not been at that gym, watching that YouTube video, doing the bicep curls, having his wife ask me that question, you know, just like, man, I could have been fucking just totally different trajectory.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm glad it happened the way it did.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, bro. It's like the way things line up, like the butterfly effect. But who knows? Maybe shit would have been better like the other way around, you know?
Yeah.
I could have been somebody. So I'm very fortunate for that, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever feel like that in your life or your career or, you know, where you're at right now? It's been kind of this, like things happen for you for a reason.
I do. But, I also feel like, and I think I'm sure you resonate with this to an extent, but that stepping in the space where you have a passion or where you want to follow your drive, put your energy into, is kind of all that really you need. You know, putting like your, at least as close as possible to your 100% in the place that you want it. Because I think a lot of people will dream about something that they want to do. Say that we're like, you know, getting high or some shit. And then we're like thinking about, dude, what if we did this? What if we did this? But then we keep getting high, so we never do it. If you just take a step in there, it's like the end goal is like very hard to see being possible. Yeah. But then like 10 years later, you find yourself there and you're like, that's fucking crazy.
Well, the best way to do it, like for me, I had no choice. You know, I couldn't just like, you know, play video games and fuck off and forget about my goal. You know, my goal was like, I have to do this. You know, for me, I hit rock bottom. I'm not, you know, like for me, it's like, yo, I have no self-worth. I can't look at somebody in the eyes. I have no girlfriend. I have no career. I don't know where the fuck my life is going. but I'm passionate about this. I feel good when I'm here for 1 hour. Let me keep showing up here for 1 hour because this is where I feel good, you know? So I just kept on fucking going, obsessing, watching every video. And there's not a lot of videos, bro. You know, like when did I start bodybuilding? Like 18 years ago. There was nothing, you know? Like there was no Instagram, there was no Facebook, there was just MySpace. And then I didn't even remember like the first time I posted a shirtless selfie. All my friends were like, yo, bro, you're mad gay. We're unfollowing you. We're blocking you. Like, this is mad gay. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. So I even lost all my friends in the process, you know, of like
your friends
versus Zoo. Now they're my friends again because now they came around. Like, yo, that was dope. You had vision. We didn't know. I did that to my boy, bro. One day we were smoking back in the day, and we were all sitting at a table smoking. And he's like, yo, I got this great idea. It's a cushion you put in between your car seat so you don't drop your keys in between the car and the console. I'm like, yo, you're fucking stupid. That's the worst idea I've ever fucking heard. Yo, like 3 years later, I hit him up because I was watching Shark Tank. I was like, yo, remember when I said the idea was stupid? All these sharks gave $10 million investment. They see the value in that, you know? So that's one of those things also. Have I been positive and encouraging? Motherfucker would have been loaded, bro. We'd be on his yacht right now. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So like I said, man, it's just like life, yo, everything is an omen and everything is a decision. Like you zig when you should have zagged, or you know, go left versus right, change your whole life, dude.
I was gonna say the same thing, actually, like a same story, but I basically started lifting because I was like overweight and I was like bottom of the totem pole because I was Asian in Texas in like, you know, early 2000s. So it was pretty damn racist. Plus I was like overweight. So I was literally just sticking out. And that's where I'm like, you know, I want to make this change. And then obviously they introduce you to weights in like middle school football. So going into middle school football, since my parents put me in a lot of sports, found out I was stronger than a lot of the kids there. And that's where I was like, this feels like I feel good when I'm in the gym. Yeah. This feels like the place where I belong. So I kept lifting up till college, and then college finally being inspired by guys like you, I'm like, all right, I want to start actually posting shit. I want to start posting shit on Instagram or whatever. And of course, my fucking fraternity brothers, like, dude, why are you being so gay? Yeah. They literally, like, we all got a nickname, right, in our fraternity. And mine was #BabyGap. Because I kept fucking posting on Instagram and social media all the time. And then Baby Gap was because I was wearing too tight shirts sometimes. And ever since then, like, I even looked at this old video of me like doing a PR on squats in college. And I remember my boy Carl, shout out to Carl, saying like in the background while my ex was filming, saying like, ooh, social media. Hounding on me for doing social media. And then now, how many years later, and I have my brothers DMing me, coming back and being like, dude, this is fucking insane what you've done. Like, we're so proud of you, all these things. Yeah. And it's like, you know, at the time they didn't understand, you know.
You can't understand, bro. Like, even now when I explain men's physique to people, like, I did classics. I'm so glad I did classic because like there's a posing routine, there's everything, you know, like more elaborate to music. It's more what people think bodybuilding is. Now when I show people like men's physique stuff, I have to explain to them like what it is still. Like, well, hey, what's up with the shorts? You know, I always just like, you know, it's just shorts. Like we could pick our own shorts, but why don't you show your legs? It's like, oh, well, like the legs, you know, like whatever, you know, not being judged. So, you know, anything in men's physique is super popular. It's one of the most popular divisions. Like, people will say shit no matter what. You know, they'll find out one thing, or even if they look at classic or bodybuilding, yeah, that's cool, man, but like, how long is this guy going to live? Or like, you know, what's up with this steroid use, you know?
Yeah, so the people that aren't in the bodybuilding industry or don't follow it always want to ask that question, like, how long is he going to live? Like, is he just doing a death sentence for die at age 50?
Asshole. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? I'll even post a picture of me and my kids. I'm like, yeah, real fucking cool. You're not going to make it past 40. I was like, dude, what's the picture of my fucking kids, bro? Like, yo. I'm like, damn, dude. Oh, shit. You know, like, but you know what? Like, bodybuilder or not, like, who's to say you're going to live past 40, whether you're a fucking dentist or a bodybuilder? You know, like, who's to say anything? Yeah. Just fucking, like, if you're passionate about something, like, listen, I don't think that bodybuilding is healthy at all. I do not think so. Yeah. But the alternative for me would have been like, all right, well, it was very unhealthy for me not to bodybuild. you know, because I would have maybe killed myself, or I maybe would have fucking, you know, went to alcohol or drugs. You know, now I'm doing drugs that are performance enhancing for my sport, which the sport fuels my life and it fills me up with passion and joy. So I could be my 100% self.
Right.
But if somebody doesn't have the genetics, or they don't have the drive, or they're not training hard, or they're in it for the wrong reasons, I'm like, yo, listen, don't do steroids, bro. It's not for you. This is the dark side. But if somebody's passionate about it, to show up to gym, like me, I've done this before social media. Now, like, you know, you see a lot of guys, yo, I want to drop out of college and go pro. Okay, why you want to go pro? So I can make money. I was like, okay, why you want to make money? You know, so it's like, you know, I keep on asking questions, and you could learn a lot about a person.
Yeah.
You know, like today I was training with Simeon Panda, and we did this before fucking social media, you know, where we had to pay to do it, you know, or it was an expense for us, you know. There was no cloud. Like, no one would understand any of this stuff. In fact, when I was putting together a portfolio to shoot with like fitness photographers, like in New York City, it used to be like, all right, bro, take 10 pictures in underwear so we can sell them to gay magazines, and then we'll give you 10 fitness photos. Like, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know, you had to really like try and go out there and like, you know, acquire these resources. But now, like, look, we got 2 sick ass videographers right behind the camera right now, you know, that both lift and both fuck, you know. But back in the day, you got fucking, you got like photographers trying to fucking grope you and shit. Like, yo, let's put this guy in underwear and sell the fucking pictures. Then we'll give him his silly fucking fitness shit. And then I used to have to walk around with a printed out portfolio. And I used to have to go to casting calls for Under Armour, for Nike, go to the city and speak to these fucking gay guys. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I think you got a real shot. Why don't we discuss it over dinner tonight? You know, then like, you fucking go out to dinner, you're like, fuck, I'm on a date with a fucking guy. All to pursue my dreams as a fitness whatever, because men's physique didn't exist. There was no division. It's either you're 300 pounds or you're a bikini girl. There was no fucking men's physique, and there was no classic physique. You know, so it was really strange, man. You really had to fucking, back in the day, it was different, man. Now it's different too.
Yeah.
But it was pretty different back then.
Real quick, guys. So while I was looking at the YouTube analytics, I actually saw that 85% of you guys that watch this channel are not subscribed. And I want to ask very little of you guys, but if you enjoy this podcast, if you find value in it, then please do me this one favor and subscribe to the channel, because doing so helps me get bigger and greater guests like the guests you are listening to today. Also, this channel is not sponsored, which means only the companies that I work with, which are Young LA and Huge Supplements, are the companies that can help fund this channel by you guys using the code NILE. So code NILE gives you a discount of 15% off of Young LA, and code NILE also gives you a discount of 10% off of Huge Supplements. And if you decide to purchase anything from any of these companies, it will help immensely for me by using my code. And this way, I can travel to other guests, such as Dr. Mike Israetel next week, and also upgrade in equipment to make this podcast bigger and better for you guys. Speaking of it being different, what do you think about the evolution of men's physique and how it's changed over the last 10 years?
Sick. Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, super dope. Like, look at your physique. Your physique is fucking sick as fuck. You're like me in terms of, like, you could be men's physique, classic physique. You could go back and forth, bro. You know, I truly believe that about your physique. Your physique is timeless.
Thank you, man.
You know, and I think that men's physique is cool. I just competed in two men's physique shows after taking a hiatus. So, you know, I took time off to have kids. I thought like having kids was going to be easy, bro. Just 2 years to have kids. My whole life been trying not to get women pregnant. And then when I finally want to do it, like my last Olympia was 2017, bro. That's 3 + 4, 7 years ago was my last Olympia. Took 2 years to have my son. We had a few miscarriages. We did like all these procedures. Shit. Yeah, like people don't know. Like, yo, you gave up. Like you were close to it. You gave up on your dream. You said you would never give up. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm dealing with real life issues. We're having miscarriages and we're spending $30,000 for procedures. And every month my wife is not pregnant. She's crying. You know what I mean? And it's like all her friends are getting pregnant and she's getting older and I'm getting older. It's like, I'm dealing with real life shit, bro. Not an Olympia title, you know? Like, yeah. So, which I fucking love. Like, I want to be Mr. Olympia so bad, bro. I really do. I don't know if I'm ever going to be it, but I'm never going to stop trying to make that happen. You know, so I took 2 years off, came back, Pittsburgh Pro, fucking looked sick, qualified. 5 weeks out of Olympia, I booked a photo shoot. and I booked a photo shoot, and it was with somebody I wanted to work with for so many years. I get the photos back. First of all, I felt like I was not feeling well. Like, you know, I felt like physically, I'm like, yo, it's impossible to recover, but I'm training fucking hard. But I have a kid at home, so my sleep is compromised. That's why I feel so sluggish. Me not realizing anything, I get the photos back. I'm 5 weeks out. I'm like, yo, I don't look 5 weeks out. Like, what the fuck happened? So, like, you know this. Around 6 weeks out, we go to our faster acting testosterones, you know? So we switch from the slow stuff to the fast stuff. Switch all my testosterone about 6 weeks out. 5 weeks out, I start feeling like shit, get the photos back, kind of looking not so great. Whatever, man, I'll push through, because that's how strong-minded I am. I'll push through. I push through. 4 weeks out, I'm looking worse. I push through. All right, let me up my cardio. I'm being a little bitch. 3 weeks out, I'm looking super worse. I was like, yo, I start getting this blood pressure issues, you know, and this might come back to Olympia. Blood pressure's through the roof, and like 200 over 100, and I started getting chest pains like when I'm driving, and I had to hold my heart and shit.
Holy shit.
So what was happening, I troubleshooted, and I was using the same chemist and the same everything for the Pittsburgh Pro. And this guy had tickets to come see me at Olympia. He was my friend, same reliable source. I switched my gear, and then I start feeling a little better. I'm like, holy fuck, bro. I had fake gear, real anti-estrogens, fake testosterone. So you can imagine
Jesus
I'm walking
Christ,
around
bro.
with no hormones, bro. So I walked around with no
Your
hormones.
estrogens was-
I spoke to very reliable people in the industry. I'm like, listen, I'm qualified for Olympia. I'm training for Olympia. I don't feel good. I'm trying to pull this shit together. People high up were telling me, listen, like, focus on your health, bro. Don't try to push it too much. Push it another week, I'm starting to feel good, looking better, and I just realized, yo, look, I'm 10 days out or whatever, 2 weeks out, and I'm just not gonna make up time. You know, bodybuilding speaking. So I looked at that like, yo, what the fuck, man? This is another thing in my life where this has happened to me. You know, like, why did this happen? What could I learn from this? You know, so that Olympia wasn't meant to be. And then my wife hits me, yo, we want to have another baby. All right, let's have another baby. You know, she's turning 40. So have another baby, come back. Now they have a weight limit, dude. Yo, this weight limit, I thought I could make 209 easy. Like, I'm 217 peeled. Like, everyone see my Instagram, I'm 217 peeled, hard and dry. You see my fucking videos 4 weeks out of Olympia, out of the pro qualifier. Peeled, bro. I'm looking crazy. No one could even understand how I'm doing men's physique. So I'm like, yo, I'll make 209, I'll cut my water, no problem. And anything under 217, I started to look like shit, bro. So, like, made to 209, I stopped eating, I starved myself, reincorporated food, spilled over, tried it again 2 weeks later, Chicago, same thing. So I'm speaking to guys that are beating me, and I'm like, yo, how much you weigh? Like, yo, I'm 10 pounds under. Yo, I'm 5 pounds under. So everyone's way under the weight limit, you know? Whereas me, I put on so much muscle, underestimated the weight limit. And so for me, the evolution of men's physique is sick. But I hate the weight cap, bro. You know, so for me, it's like, yo, if I'm going to compete again, I'm not even going to you know, the only other option is losing muscle. So for a guy like me, it doesn't really help me. Like, the evolution of the weight cap, I don't like. I know why it was put in. But now, like, I'm in between divisions again.
Right.
So now it's like, all right, well, Chris Bumstead's fucking huge. And then these guys are just like 15 pounds smaller than me, you know? So it's like, where do I want to go? Do I want to lose muscle? You know, it takes a long time to put on muscle. Or do I want to push my body to gain 40 pounds? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, 40 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
40 pounds for classic?
Well, think about it. You want to maintain this mass and let it marinate on the bone before you shred down. You just don't want to go up and, you know, 10 pounds and just lose it all real quick. You know, you want to
40 pounds in
you want to train on off season and be huge, you know? Like, Chris is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, all these
massive.
guys are huge. You know, I'm just using Chris because he's the most famous guy right now. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. Evolution of men's physique is sick. Love it. I would like to see no weight class.
I mean, I'm assuming that this is also, I mean, a big part of this reason is because you did decide to delve into classic physique for a good period of time. And
I don't think so. No, I mean, my whole feedback was like, yo, my back needs to come out like crazy. So I just fucking, you know, took a whole year off and just built my back, dude. Heavy compound movements, put on crazy amount of tissue. They made the weight limit. I'm thinking I could handle it. You know, I'm a consummate professional, not realizing I'm fucking ripped, bro, like at a high weight, you know? So what are you going to do really? You know? So now I'm kind of like trying to introduce a new division. Do like a hybrid in between men's physique. I'll be the fucking first guy to compete in and sign it. Yeah, that'd
be insane.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I like men's physique, man. I like Ryan Terry as an ambassador. You know, there's so many new guys, man. It's like I don't even know. When I see the competitor list, I'm like, I don't know any of his names. Then you see them, they all look sick. They all look sick, man. And they're all young, man. 21, 24, 25.
I feel like it's changed quite a lot, personally. I mean, back in the day, I remember I was just, you know, we were all watching Jeremy Buendia being number one for a good period of time, and that's kind of what led men's physique for a while, right? This crazy V-taper, lots of fullness on the top. He even had big-ass arms. Nowadays, to me, it looks like obviously it's a Ryan and Brandon show. So like you look at all the top, you know, the top 5, everyone has shredded, detailed abs.
Yeah.
Fucking like cockroach looking detailed ass abs, bro. Unreal. And then like I think one of the priorities, at least even looking at like some of the wins and the pro shows that are qualifying for Olympia, is like a lot of these guys kind of, in my opinion, look like they're just not training arms anymore for the sake of them putting more muscle in their lats to make it wider. So it's like the structure is just totally different now. So like me, who has been training for classic, I don't quite have the lats or the abs to compete against the men's physique guys. I mean, the abs is more genetic and stuff, but like, you know what I mean? Like I built a lot more muscle, for example, in my legs and my arms. Yeah. That's not a priority as much as lats are.
Yeah.
So it's just changing a lot.
I see you. What are you saying? It's
cool.
Man? I look at some of these guys that beat me. I'm like, yo, you got no arms. Or, you know, like you're underdeveloped here, or, you know, but it's ab show. It's became an ab show. So, you know, no knock on anybody, you know, but that's what it is. But, you know, I'm not a judge and I'm a competitor for that reason. So hats off to everybody, man. Keep on bringing in your best. How do you want to look at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Because that's why we all got into this shit.
Right. Yeah.
How do I want to look? You know, I was 139 pounds. Like my religion is build muscle. Like it's not like to not train a particular body part, you know? So
I think that's what makes it fun though, is like we're like our own artists, you know, we're painting whatever we want to paint, whatever we want to create. Obviously some people will tailor towards what the judges think that they need to prove, which I think is important if you want to compete in the division. But I mean,
but they're constantly changing their mind too.
They are constantly changing their mind. And I think that's what makes it fun, is if you just choose to build the physique that you find the most aesthetic and then present it the best you can through your posing on stage.
They judge what
makes
shows
it so
up,
fun.
Bro. You know, what shows up, they judge. You know, you never know. Bring your fucking best and see how your best stacks up with everyone else. You know, and that's all you can do, man.
What do you feel like is some of the best preps that you've had?
The best?
The best packages you've ever brought?
Oh, dude, yeah. I could talk about this easy. What are my best packages? So I feel like the first time I got runner-up into Mr. Olympia, like, I believe that I won that Olympia. You know, no knock on Jeremy. Jeremy is my friend. But I just believe I won that Olympia. So I believe that. What was that? What was my first Olympia? 2014. So first time I got runner-up was 2014. So that was one of my best looks. That was 179 pounds. Like, I had it all, you know. And then the year after, I started getting really crazy with the conditioning. And I feel like I was less than my best at that show. Got second again. And I think my best prep was 2017 in terms of how I looked. 2017 was my best. Then the Pittsburgh Pro prep was my other best in 20 whatever. When did I win the Pittsburgh Pro? That was recent, a couple of years back. That was after my first son was born. And I dedicated that show. It was like, yo, like my whole thing was that, yo, I got to win this for my son. Yeah. You know, because people think that like I gave up on this pursuit. You know, I want to fucking fuck you guys. You know, I'm coming for this trophy for my son. I'm going to requalify. You know, so yeah, those were 3 preps that were all different. 179 pounds ripped on stage, and then 210 pounds ripped on stage, and then 202 pounds Like you see like how like it was kind of nutty, you know,
Yeah.
kind of do that. But it's funny because this last time I came back to men's physique, I was bigger than I was in classic physique. So you want to talk about the trajectory and how men's physique changes. Like I got 5th place being 10 pounds more muscular than I did, you know, when I was in classic physique getting 3rd place at the Olympia, you know? So it's like, what the hell? So it's like Formula 1 racing. Formula 1 racing cars get faster, you know, you go faster around turns, faster in a straight line, faster to stop, you know. Unfortunately, it's a fucking dangerous sport. So the faster you go, the bigger you get, the more dangers you're going to encounter.
Yeah.
But that's all sports.
So it makes it fun.
I don't fucking know, man. There's something wrong with us, dude, you know. I think like even to do bodybuilding, I think to make a good bodybuilder, you got to be ignorant. You know, you got to be ignorant to like what you're doing. You know, this is fucking crazy. I wouldn't want this for my son. Like me and my wife talk about it all the time. It's like, yo, my son, when he looks at me, like he knows like, yo, he knows the gym. Like he's in the gym, you know, like his whole life, mom and dad lift. Dad's got mad muscles. I see dad on YouTube, I see his pictures, his trophies, like he's inspired by that. And then for me, it's like, yo, I don't want you to ever do this, bro. You know, like I don't want him to ever do that because like for me, it's like, I think I did this because I didn't have love for myself. And then I could do this ignorantly, not thinking about my health because I didn't really love myself ever to begin with, you know? So it's like, yo, I'm at this lowest point in my life. I can't look at myself, like, hate the way I look. Got no fucking future.
Yeah.
But this, I could go all in and see what happens. This is my hope, you know? And I hope my son loves himself where he doesn't have to, you know, build that external armor and, you know, let's be honest, bro, we're pumping our bodies of steroids. You know, granted, I put on 100 pounds of mass naturally, you know, naturally, just eating and training because, you know, people don't realize, but it's all about eating and training.
Yep.
The drugs are on top of it, you know, to get to the highest level, you know, to really refine everything.
If you do the drugs without eating and training, they look worse.
Yeah, bro, it's like going to a fucking gunfight with a knife. You know, if everyone has a gun, I'm not going to come in with a knife, you know? So that's kind of how I visualized, you know, or not visualized. That's how I kind of accepted what I was doing. But I think if I loved myself more, I wouldn't really have been doing it at this level, you know? There's a lot of times I documented this shit, like, yo, this is what I live for, you know? Like, if it's, you know, and it's true. Like, people think it's just like, it's just sounds catchy, like it's cool marketing. I'll be honest, bro, like I didn't give a fuck. You know, in 2017, one of my best preps, I've used so much shit, bro, that after that Olympia, I took a break, not immediately to have kids. I took a break because, dude, I couldn't go to gym. I was so overwhelmed I was just so obsessed that the gym became unfun for me. It took me 4 to 5 months to make it fun again, you know, just to be in the gym, you know, like, to acquire a pump, like to like do the cardio, it was just so overdone for me. I did 11-month prep. And I think I was working with AJ Sims. Yeah, I was working with AJ Sims. He was such a phenomenal coach. So fucking good that in 11 months, I never missed a fucking meal, bro. Never. Everything was weighed out to the gram. The only one time I fucked up in 11 months is I had a sweet potato instead of a white potato one fucking time. You know, cardio was insane. I was doing 2 45-minute sessions of high intensity, fucking barely driving home because I'm so tired.
High intensity?
High intensity. Barely driving
like every
home
day?
because I'm so depleted almost every day. Like injecting things in different areas and never injected and within minutes and timing. And I was so fucking obsessed. He was fucking amazing. You know, I never told him he was amazing, but he was fucking amazing. But I had to stop working for him because I'm so OCD. And that fucking kind of brings out the worst in me, bro. Like, I'm just fucking, I had to fly through traffic lights because I don't want to be 1 minute late on a meal. Fucking, like, my relationships with people are fucking horrible because I'm in this heightened state of, you know, the steroids make you stronger, but they also make you fucking hyper focused, hyper aggressive, hyper smart, hyper like, yo, I asked you a question. Why aren't you answering me right away? Hey, why don't you look at me in the eyes when I'm speaking to you? Do you not respect me? Like, then you start thinking about, like, even with your wife, like, hey, remember that argument we had 2 months ago in the car? You said this. It's like, wait a second, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? it was just too much, man. I can't even now, like even my wife's like, yo, who are you going to work with as a coach? You're going to work with Hani, you're going to work with so-and-so. And it's like, yo, like, I don't think I do well with those coaches. I'm afraid they're going to bring out this guy in me that I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to I can't. Like, I have 2 kids now. Like, believe me, you don't want me to burn the boats. Like, I can't work with somebody that's too like that, you know?
I do believe personally that it obviously depends on the compounds as well. And then I think, say, for example, like Tren, and then mix that with a fucking huge calorie deficit, plus the energy expenditure of the cardio and the fatigue, like it's just going to absolutely exemplify the fact that you feel like shit and that you have no energy to respond to people. So I mean, it just makes it so much harder.
You know what my worst fucking thing is? How you feeling? I hate when motherfuckers ask me how I'm feeling. Motherfucker, look at my face. How am I feeling? Like I'm suffering. Like I'm literally like I'm dying to look my best. You know, like you're dying to look your best. But even if you take a natural athlete, put them in a high intensity workout 6 days a week and restrict their calories. They're going to be edgy and cranky.
Yep.
Now you throw rocket fuel into that equation. Now how edgy and cranky you're going to be, you know? Not to mention when you're training high intensity, like, you know, your body's constantly inflamed. Your mood is horrible, you know. Even Conrad, who just walked by, like last 4 weeks, I'm a fucking jerk. You know, he's my training partner. He's there every fucking session. I'm a fucking dick. What do you want to do next? I don't know. Fucking decide what you want to do next. You know, it's like, it's one of those things, you know. And yeah, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You know? And I think I had to like kind of do that since I had kids. It's like, yo, my kids didn't sign up for this. I can't be a dick. You know, I can't be a dick. I could be a dick for 1 hour in the gym, but I can't be a dick at home.
Right.
So yeah, it's scary, bro. It's scary at the top level. You don't know what the fuck, you know, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
You can hear it in my voice. I don't know how to speak about it. It's very therapeutic for me to speak to you right now. You know, I can't speak to about this for everybody, you know, like they wouldn't understand.
That's why I love the podcast space, man. I really do. So what do you feel like was different than about these preps where you brought your best package?
I think you have to be happy to also have a good physique too, bro. Had to like it and enjoy it for the right reasons. Your life has to be good at home. You know, like everything's got to be fucking cool. Your relationship with people in the gym, relationship with your family, like how you're living, like, you know, are you being authentic to yourself? You know, like even this bullshit, bro. Get 100 comments, then your fucking mind will focus on the one negative comment and you'll fucking hyper obsess and focus on that one, but you're missing a 99.
Yep.
You know? So I think that bodybuilding, rest and recovery, food, right training, but also you gotta be right up here, bro. Like you gotta fucking enjoy this shit. Like Arnold was mad charismatic, you know? And I feel like, yo, like try to be like Arnold a little bit. And that motherfucker would eat a fucking apple pie sometimes. Like you don't have to be like, you know what I mean? Like I work with Chris Aceto. Like I work with so many great coaches, bro. Chris Aceto, like now looking back, I really get it. Okay. So what makes Chris Aceto great? Like I was like, wow, let me email Chris Aceto. It would be like a 1 out of 10 chance he would say yes to coaching me. He gets back to me right. Yeah. Okay. Let's get started. Send me payment, whatever. Okay, cool. Let's do it. You know, and I told him, Chris, thank you so much. It's an honor. I'm going to give you 110%. And he stopped me, and he's so wise, bro. He's fucking great. And Chris Aceto goes, yo, don't give me 110%. Just give me 99. At the time, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? What are you talking about? 99. And this is the first year ever Classic was introduced. And, you know, I never fucking hit a pose on stage, never nothing, whatever. I got 3rd place, the first ever Classic Physique Mr. Olympia. First 2 division champion, you know? So I was like, yo, this is sick as hell. And now, like, so many years removed, that was, like, I don't know, many years ago, maybe almost 10 years ago, whatever. I look back and I was like, yo, he was right. Be 99%. Because trying to be 100% will drive you fucking crazy and it'll make you not enjoy the process and you won't look good on stage. Yeah. For that reason, like, yo, like you will never be 100%. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Even when I told you about my 11-month prep, I missed that fucking sweet potato. and I probably drove myself crazy about that shit, like
Yeah.
whereas the cortisol and the stress of the situation and like of the situation you're in front of is going to actually hinder your physique and your ability to show up at your best, because your body's going to reflect the energy you have inside,
Yeah, that's that resonates a lot, because one of the weirdest things I think about bodybuilding, when you like compare it to any other sport when it comes to working hard, is that a lot of these other sports, stress can help you excel, right? Can push you, can help you excel. But in bodybuilding, you get too stressed out, your body gets watery. Your body does not respond as well. Like being in that rest and digest state is so important for bodybuilding. And that's the crazy part about bodybuilding, is like all of these factors, these thousands of factors that are in our daily lives, how we're living, what's happening with our relationship, everything is affecting our body that much. So, and my closest example that I just experienced to remind me of that was my second to last show, which was my first pro show. I decided to do these first 2 shows in men's physique, not classic, because I am 17 to 18 pounds below the classic weight cap. And I know that that's not my best. But I love men's physique, and I always wanted to step in the pro stage in men's physique still anyways. So I did it, had a great time with my first prep. I also did it with my girl that I'm currently dating now, and it made the experience so much more fun. I stepped on stage. They put me in first call outs, like right off the bat. I was standing within the 3 middle people at first. Now this is on me. I didn't get the posing coach I told my coach that I would get, so I never practiced posing for men's physique, for the new men's physique. And basically they told me that my front pose and my back pose ruined my symmetry, because I flexed my chest, made him striated, all these things. And then I did like a lat spread for my back, which made it less thick, and all these other things. So they ended up having to place me, like I posted it on my YouTube video, but you could just see as like they continuously switch me out towards the ends, and then they switch me out into second call outs, and then, they keep switching me out. Yeah. So, but that was a good experience, because my package, and according to them and according to myself and my coach, I came in full. I looked just as big as the other guys, according to the head judge, and I was peeled as hell. And that was a really good feedback, and I was really happy with that. Second show, try to get more peeled. Traveled to Kentucky, visited Lexi's family, then traveled to the Florida Pro. A lot of traveling, not knowing where any of my shit was. Luggage is there, shit's everywhere. And out of nowhere, I get prepatellar bursitis on my right knee, because I was doing lat pull downs on one knee and then single arm lat pull downs on the other knee. Out of nowhere, it started getting inflamed, like right before our first flight. So I walk on stage with an injury, with inflammation in my knee and swelling going down my leg, with like bruises and all this shit. And the entire time, bro, I was stressed out of my fucking mind. I was just like, I can't fucking walk. I can't fucking do cardio. I have all this cardio I need to do to deplete properly. I can't do fucking any of it. What the fuck are we going to do? Coach is like, okay, we can make this work. So we're just going to try to compensate with food. I'm starving to fucking death, because I'm eating like less than 50 grams of carbs every single day. And I'm like also dealing with like my girl's parents for the first fucking time ever.
Oh, man.
I fucking, dude.
In-laws.
It was honestly the most stressful fucking experience. I walk on stage way less conditioned than my last show, even though I had 4 extra weeks to cut down even further.
Yeah.
Just super watery.
Yeah.
Just not conditioned at all. My coach said, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's just your injury, and then probably some inflammation and stress. And honestly, like, I don't know. I did the best I could, and I can't tell you exactly what it is, because I'm not the universe, I'm not God. But I think the stress definitely impacted the physique to an extent.
100%, man. Even the muscle looks healthier. Like I always use, that guy's muscle looks healthy. What that means is it's round, it's hard, it's dense. When you're under stress, the muscle doesn't look the same. The physique doesn't look healthy. If your mental ain't healthy, if your heart ain't healthy, your physique ain't going to be healthy. And I ain't talking about physical health. I'm talking about happiness. It's pretty interesting. You said something that was cool, which reminded me of a story, which I don't think a lot of people know. So in order to compete at the national level and get your pro card, I had to compete at a national qualifying show and win it. Okay. So I did one show, it was Eastern USA's. This is my first national qualifier. And I was in the middle and I'm happy. And you reminded me of this because you were saying, I was in the mix, I was in the middle. And then, and I was talking about all these stories. What happened was I was in the middle and they moved me immediately to the end. Oh shit. This is my first time I had to deal with adversity in my career. In my very young career, this is like my third show. And they moved me all the way to the end. And they keep me in the end. They're moving everyone else around in the middle. And they're doing all that. And then prejudging's over, and I walk out all pissed. And my friend at the time, Jimmy Murtaugh, he was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, nothing. I'm going to go home, dude. This shit ain't for me. So why are you going home? Yo, they moved me all the way to the end. I'm fifth. What am I going to show for? To get embarrassed? I'm out of here. He's like, yeah, man, but just understand that, if you leave now, your career's done. You know who the judges are, right? Mm-hmm. These are all, in New York, it's the same, judges as they have in the pro shows. It's all the top judges in New York. So even at amateur shows. So I said, nah, man, I'm out of here. Fuck you. I'm not competing no more. This shit ain't for me, bro. I'm fifth. I got smoked. Or what? I'm never going to be the best. I'm out of here. And he's like, yo, do me a favor. No matter what you do, just come around the corner, because there used to be a diner at the corner. All the competitors you see it at. Just come have a piece of cake with me. I was, yo, I don't want a piece of cake. He's like, dude, please, I never see you. Let's have a piece of cake. And he's a psychologist, by the way. So he's being strategic. Gives me the fucking cake, okay? The cake has sugar. I eat it. I start to feel good. He's like, do me a favor. We just sat here for 1 hour, prejudging another hour. Finish what you started. Gave me the fucking cake, bro. Now I'm fucking feeling good. I go back on stage and I win the whole fucking show and I win the overall. Because I fucking started feeling fucking good. I changed my fucking energy, Have I not ran into Jimmy? Have Jimmy not realized what was happening? If I were to say, Jimmy, I'm all good, man. I'm going to go to my car and lay down. I'll see you for night show. If I didn't tell the truth and show my full emotions, now fuck you. I'm out of here. I fucking suck. I'm never competing again. Fuck you guys. If he didn't give me that fucking chocolate cake, bro, my career would have been fucking done. Bro, they would have blackballed me, Steve Weinberger. I would have fucking been training at his gym, representing his gym, not showing back up for a show. I would have been known as the sore loser, fucking walked away. Would never won any of these fucking shows, bro. My career would have been done. It's like another one of those things, I could do this decision, I could do that decision, But also it goes to show, man, dude, enjoy what the fuck you're doing. Have that piece of chocolate cake if that makes you better, or fucking skip that cardio session, or, we're so OCD as bodybuilders, man. Enjoy the shit. Your physique's gonna look better, and, and that's that. A lot of young guys can learn from that shit.
Yeah. That's a fucking
99%, bro. 99%, motherfucker.
That's a fucking sick story.
Yeah, man, it is sick. I got so many. That's just come back to me now because I don't speak about this.
Yeah.
Dude, all these stories. I've been doing this for.
Do you ever think about this stuff whenever you're videoing YouTube or filming YouTube?
I think about it with you because you have so much history on the sport, man. Look at you, bro. You've been in this shit for a minute and you fucking follow my career, dude. So, speaking to you is really I know it's people are going to listen. Because, the comments on YouTube, man, they're the harshest trolls in the world. I don't even know, if they even, a lot of this shit, with positive people, they'll watch your shit, they're getting encouraged, and I'm like, yo, mad respect. But they won't have time to leave a comment because they're positive people. They're out there doing positive shit. Negative people, yo, fuck you, bro. 2 minutes in, you're letting your gut hang out, and you got a bubble gut, and da-da-da, It's yo, fuck you, man. Yo, you know what I mean? Fuck you. I remember even when I was doing YouTube pretty hard, I really marketed myself super well when I went to Classic, and I hired a guy from outside the industry. He doesn't know anything about bodybuilding. And I was like, yo, make this shit like a documentary, So all my YouTube videos were highly produced. I did a 6-episode series leading up to it. And obviously he doesn't know the angles to film a front double bicep, or he doesn't know the angles to film a side chest or whatever, You're filming from the side, of course, when you're letting your air go after a workout, So I never watched the videos. I'm just yo, post what you want, dude. And even if I did, I hired him, you do your art. So this one fucking guy, I don't even know who it is. I don't even know. I think I knew who it was at the time. And I was like, yo, I can't wait to run into this guy in Expo. I'm going to fuck him up. You know what I mean? Because it meant so much. He was being so harsh on me at a time where I was so had so much pressure on me. and they like screenshot my video, like this guy's got a bubble gun, this guy's got that. So in a time of social media where everyone was posting their highlight and only very best and being very selective what they post, me, I'll fucking post a 30-minute video, not edit it, like just do it raw, put it out there and give people the real fucking deal, you know, the real me. I'm not trying to look my best in a certain lighting or certain photo. If it's, you know, like I'm just really trying to be authentic out there. So, yeah, I don't even know how the fuck we got to that story, but I think what I'm trying to say is, man, I was really one guy that was like, yo, I'm going all in and I'm documenting everything. I'm going to show everyone the good and the bad and the good and the ugly and whatever else they want to see, man. You know, even now at this point in my career, I'm starting to speak about kind of like the hormone side of stuff, like what's entailed, the dark side, you know, because this shit's dark even for me. Yeah. You know, I remember, you know, we were speaking about Tren before, and obviously I took a couple years off competing. I started Tren again, and I hit up my coach. I was like, yo, I'm fucking losing it, bro. You know, one of my friends, they asked me one time in a gym, like, hey, how are you? And I was like, I answered in a way where I was like, I'm good. But then I realized, I was like, holy fuck. While I'm answering this, like time freezes, I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking good at all, dude. I am not good. I'm the opposite of good. So I go home and I was like, yo, let me dive a little deeper into this. I'm not good. Like, why am I not good? And I start going in my brain and fucking like doing this whole journey of self-reflection, and I started to get very emotional. I was like, yo, I'm really not fucking good, man. This is fucking bad. I start developing this anxiety for like 10 days, and I'm speaking to people, like calling my dad, what's up, how are you, you know, like what's going on, you know, like everything's good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And, you know, I'm trying to like stay busy, keep my mind preoccupied, you know, because you start to get these fucking crazy thoughts, man. Obviously I started to trend like 10 days before. I speak to my brother. My brother's like, yo, oh wait, first I speak to my wife. Let me do this in order. I speak to my wife. I was like, babe, I'm not doing fucking good. She's like, yo, suck it up. You've done Tren before. You're one of the best in the world. Fucking do what you do. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I gotta stop being a bitch, right? But that didn't make me feel better. You know what I mean? So I call my brother. My brother's like, yo, listen, man, what's that guy's name? That runner that I like? Goggins? Yeah. It's like, yo, this is what you do. Carry the boat. Fucking listen to some Goggins. Go inside and strangle the inner bitch in you. Yo, so I had to go inside. I'm like, yeah, I'm being a fucking bitch, you know? So I call my coach. I'm like, yo, I'm working with Cash Guidry, you know, my longtime coach, like 10-year relationship, you know? And I'm like, yo, bro, fucking the Tren's too much. He's like, yeah, brother, but it's only the first 2 weeks that are too much. You make it by the first 2 weeks, you'll be straight. You know, granted, he's right. But you're not straight. You're just getting used to a new baseline of aggression and emotions. And now you live there for 2 weeks and you think that's fucking normal. So now you're managing it better, but you're still aggressive and emotional. But you're fucking pretending. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, you're speaking to somebody not on drugs and it's like, I gotta fucking pretend, dude. You still feel know, I gotta fucking forget about my shit. I gotta strangle my inner bitch. You know, then you get done with the bodybuilding show and you don't place where you want. And now you're just faced with like, oh man, I've been strangling my inner bitch for so long. And now I have nothing to show for it except for this fucking runner-up fucking trophy. Now where do I go? Especially since you visualize the victory so much that you could feel it. You know how many times I felt the Olympia trophy in my hand, the temperature of the room, the sound of like Bob Ciccarello saying, and the new Mr. Olympia. And, you know, and then you feel lied to because you have to convince yourself to be the best in the world. You have to convince yourself you are the best in the world and that it's already happened. And now it didn't happen. Now you're just left with this fucking, you know, emotional turmoil of pushing your inner bitch down and you don't get the reward. So now you have nothing. You go to a grocery store, you fucking can't look at no one in the eyes. Like, fuck, I got second. This old lady over here in the grocery aisle, she knows I got second. I'm second in the world. I'm second out of life. I'm a fucking piece of shit. You know, you go to the gym, you don't want to see people because, hey, how'd you do at your show? Oh, I did very good, man. Thanks for asking, you know, and then fucking people, all of a sudden you're avoiding people. You want to stay in your house. You want to run away. You don't want to go social media because now you see all fucking people tagging the champion and the champion's not you. So you spend all this fucking year ramping up your fucking body and your hormones to be a fucking superhero, and you visualize the victory and you don't get that victory and you fucking feel like it's very hard to fucking come back from a crushing defeat, man. Yeah. And it's harder when you have 1 million followers, bro. You know what I mean? It's hard to have a good fucking attitude when you have 1 million followers and people want to fucking see you fail. You know, they want to see you fail because you know very well, dude, you have 1 million followers, 50% are waiting for you to fail. 30% are showing love, bro. And 20% are, they don't even know how the fuck they're there, but they're there, you know what I mean? But like majority of motherfuckers, they're following you because they don't want to see you fucking win, dude. And when you don't win, they want to jump on your ass. It's like, wait a second, I've never seen you comment on my shit once. Now you're over here talking shit, you know? So like, it's almost better. I was happier as a competitor when I was more unknown. And I feel like when I was more unknown, it was more about the passion and the love. You know, shit gets complicated when you have followers and sponsors, and you know, like it's fucking tough, man. Here I am going on a fucking rant like you're my therapist. Shit.
No, bro.
God damn, bro. You didn't even ask me about this. I'm fucking saying it, man. Fuck. Strangle that bitch. Yeah, but no, I love, like right now I have so much. I'm actually glad that I got 5th place. And the reason I say I'm glad I got 5th place is because I had so much weight on my fucking shoulders, bro. Like, I've always done this very selfishly. You know, I used to have this thing with Cash, my coach, and we laugh about it now. But he used to say, yo, brother, next week is 12 weeks out, so you're going to break up with so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm on it. I'm gonna break up with her on Friday, no problem. Cold, heartless. Next show, yo, brother, 14 weeks out now. In 2 weeks, I got that show. You're going to get rid of the girl? Yep, no problem. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Oh, no, I just told her 2 minutes ago. Yo, every fucking 6 months we would just do this. You know, and I was fucking selfish. I didn't give a fuck. I did not go to a wedding. I did not go to a funeral. I did not fucking skip a workout. I did not, dude. It's crazy, bro. You know, I've sacrificed so much shit, and I don't regret it. Sacrificed so much, man. And it's been so... it's been the best thing I ever did in my life, and it's been the hardest thing I ever did in my life, dude. You know, it's just fucking tough, bro.
Yeah.
And you have to really be having a strong foundation of why you're doing this to push yourself through that.
Right.
Like, you know, like you said, friends disown you. They don't get it. Fucking, you know, like, it's just... people on social media, they don't get it. You know, it's like, what are you even doing, bro? Are you on TV? No, it's not the Olympics, dude. It's the Olympia. You ever heard of it? Oh, so you're a competitive lifter. Like, what's your strongest lift? No. I don't get on stage and lift weights. I you know, and at the end of the day, you're realizing, yo, this is just a male beauty pageant. You know, it's like for us, we build it up like crazy, you know. But if you just zoom out of this situation sometimes and you kind of fucking handle it like that, like, yo, feel your best, look your best, and you could showcase your best, and you know, like, be fucking grateful because everyone looks fucking sick, dude. Yep. You know, at these shows, man, the top 10, any one of these guys can win. It's not like you got second, so you fucking look whack. Just, yo, the judges think that guy looked better than you that day. You know, if you're in a second call out, doesn't mean you can't be in a first, you know? So that's tough. Give me another fucking question, bro, before I start crying.
If you feel like any of the medications that we spoke about today may benefit you, such as BPC 157, GH secretagogues such as tesamorelin, IGF-1, oxandrolone trochet, semaglutide, then you can obtain these from Tren HRT, and the link for that will be in the bio. If you feel like you're experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, such as depression, anxiety, lack of motivation, as well as lack of sex drive, then you can get this checked out as well by getting your blood work done at Transcend, and they will provide you expert medical analysis. Transcend HRT has worked with many professional bodybuilders and pro athletes, such as Thor Bjornsson, Phil Heath, and Jeremy Buendia. And if you feel like this podcast has any relevancy to you, I do believe that this clinic will provide of great benefit to you as well. Before we do the Q&A real quick, I wanted to ask...
what's up?
I want to ask out of my own curiosity, but first off, resonating with what you just said about like putting yourself in the place as the winner. I did that for my pro card. It took me 9 shows. So 5 shows of nationals, and I kept failing. I was like 16 plus place, and I was doing nationals natural first. It wasn't until the last 2-3 shows that I finally jumped on some orals. But basically going there natural and not understanding like how a majority of these competitors are not natural. I was getting fucking depressed. And I was like dreaming of my pro card. So I'd wake up after dreaming that I won my pro card and realize it's not fucking real. It was rough to the point where like, I don't know, at one point I just realized like, I can't, like this is breaking me into pieces. and I just need to numb myself. I need to just imagine, like, just fuck, you know what, like, no expectations, because these expectations, these standards, these expectations of myself are fucking killing me right now, because I'm not getting even close. So I threw the expectations out the window. Did not believe I was going to ever get my pro card, and I was just going to go in trying my best and trying to have fun. And it was hard to have fun, bro. I would still kind of shake a little bit up there. I would still be fucking nervous.
Yeah.
But then finally I won my pro card, and I wasn't like there. I felt like I was somewhere else. Like, I don't really totally remember. I don't remember being on stage winning my pro card. It's fucking hazy.
Yeah.
It didn't really click until a week to 2 weeks later that I'm like, holy shit, I'm a fucking IFBB pro.
Yeah.
But that shit is really fucking hard. And that was just over the course of like 9 shows over maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And you've been in this space for fucking 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So I can't fucking imagine.
Well, dude, I mean, how many shows have I done? I've only done big shows. I turned pro after 3 shows. And I was competing natural. I turned pro also, natural. And I've done, 25 shows? Crazy top level shows. I've never done easy shows. I think I only had fun on stage out of 25 shows, maybe 3 times.
Fuck.
I've actually never fucking enjoyed the competing. Only 3 times. So that's like horrible. In fact,
I'm going for a walk.
Yo, make sure you don't take no pictures of you.
Bro, I'm going for a walk. Okay, when you're done. Yo, nice
No, you call me when we'll be done in like 20 minutes.
Fine. Yo, real quick, off the top of the head. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, we got to be at Gold's Gym. Should we leave at 6? There's going to be LA traffic, right? Monday?
At 7 o'clock?
We got to be there at 7.
At 7.
It's 22 miles. But right now it says 35 minutes.
I'd probably leave 6 to 6:15.
Cool. So it's going to be 45 minutes.
Probably expect 45 minutes,
Okay.
I'd say at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Always right.
Listen, I was up at 4:30 today hydrating for our session.
I'm at 4. I'm cooking the steak.
I'll be up at 3:55.
Breakfast.
I like that.
That's Tristan Lee. Every time I text Tristan, I'm texting him at night before I go to bed, and he's already awake in the morning.
Dude. Yeah.
It's
dude,
fucking
it's
nuts, man. He
tough,
wakes up at like
dude.
2 a.m.
What the fuck are we talking about? Yo, I did 25 shows. I only enjoyed 3 times being on stage. Only 3 times. I've never enjoyed competing more than 3 times. And I tell everybody this. My least favorite thing about my career is the competing. It's my least favorite thing. And this is like what I'm known for. My favorite thing is the preparation to compete. And it becomes my favorite thing when it starts to get hard. When it's 4 or 5 weeks out, that's when it's my favorite, bro. I fucking love it. Like, why? Maybe this goes back to me not loving myself, you know? I keep on showing up to do a thing that I only win, like what? I only win like 20% of the time. You know, I fail more than I win. And I keep on showing up. And then I start to love this sport when it gets super hard.
Right.
Like, why? Because like the pain is and the suffering is the only quantifiable fucking thing. It's the only quantifiable thing. You can feel it. There's no doubt about it, you know? So, you know, like, I don't know what this message is. I don't know why I do this. Like, at this high level, keep on showing up. It's. I guess this is a fucking thrill. And, you know, that chance that you could fucking make your shit happen.
Yeah, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I fucking don't know. I don't know shit.
Wait, you're not? What the fuck
Surprise. But I think maybe originally you felt like you didn't love yourself, at least to the extent that you should. But I think you're being a little hard on yourself now. I think you've had a lot of accomplishments. You have confidence in places that you have accomplished. And I think you just have really high standards for yourself, bro. You have very, very high standards for yourself. And you're a very, very, very competitive OCD person.
Yeah.
And that's okay. In fact, it's kind of savage and it's awesome. And that's what, you know, all these people look up to you for. So, I mean, it's just fucking hard because obviously this sport is insane. You know,
Yeah,
it's fucking nuts.
Sick, dude. Yeah, but no, you're right, dude. I got to remind myself of my original goal. I want to gain 5 pounds. So I did that like 20 times already. So,
Right. Speaking of 5 pounds, this is more of a just a bodybuilding question. But
Great.
what are the highest your calories have ever gone on bulk, and what are the lowest your calories have ever gone on prep macros?
lowest like 1950.
And how tall are you again?
5'11", 1950. And the highest ever gone, it's hard because it's clean calories, bro. You know, you can't say like on a bulk, dirty bulk, they could go upwards to like 6,200. But on a clean bulk, like, you know, like what? I don't know, 4,400, 4,300.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking clean food, bro.
That's a
Like,
lot.
it's not a lot of calories, but if it's
a lot.
clean. Bro, one day I ate 10,000 clean calories. Yeah, I did on a YouTube video. It was fucking sick. It didn't even get that many views. Devastated.
What did you eat?
I got like 500,000 views on Muscle and Strength. Dude, one meal was 25 ounces of cooked steak, and it was like 30 ounces of cooked potato, and then like
Potato?
and then like 6 ounces of, 6 tablespoons of olive oil. Like that was one meal.
Potato
And then there
too,
was,
bro.
like,
I would have
meal
just
number five- meal number
chosen
five.
like rice or something.
No, they made it for me, bro. We had to fucking have a nutritionist come in and fucking make my meal plan. And then meal number 5 was like 20 ounces of salmon and like fucking like 1,000 pounds of rice. So my genius, you have to be blended in a blender and add some water. Bro, that was disgusting, bro. It was so bad. It was like a pink paste and it was like sludgy because you can't even put enough water because there's so much rice. So yeah, I ate a lot of fucking food, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think highest mine got was like 3,800 calories, and I haven't used insulin yet, so I'm sure that if I ever did, it would even go higher. And dude, I was struggling so bad.
Yeah.
Like it was hard for me to do anything like coherently because I was just digesting the entire day.
Yeah, I think insulin for me, I've tried it before in 2017. I've only tried it. I never really, I think it's a little overrated, you know? So I didn't really, but the pump is sick. So it's hard to like go to the gym and not train on insulin because you already tasted the forbidden fruit. It's like, yo, sick pump. But it didn't make me ingest more calories. I guess maybe it's something I couldn't physically quantify. But I wasn't taking like 20 IUs. I know his protocol is like 20 IUs pre and post. You know, that's crazy. That's 40 IUs daily. Some people are doing 60 IUs daily. I was doing like 6 to 9 IUs daily. Only on back day. My back has always been like something I've been trying to improve.
Right.
Yeah.
When you were saying that you jumped on Tren, and then I think it was like 2 weeks, or no, not 2 weeks yet. It was just like a few days
almost
you
2
started
weeks,
feeling.
yeah.
You don't have to say it or anything, but do you remember like the dosage that you're running?
Oh yeah, I'm very open with that shit. So like, you know, the standard protocol with Tren, you would take first of all, there's 2 different Trens. You know, there's a Tren E, and then there's the Tren propionate, which is the faster one. So a propionate, I would take 100 milligrams every other day. So I think that's pretty standard. You know, like the pretty standard competition. You know, we call them the 3 brothers. Like me and Cash. Hey, bro, it's time to start the 3 brothers. 3 brothers are testosterone propionate, Masteron, and Tren. So take 1 cc of each every other day. So it's pretty much a standard protocol that I've always known. Standard protocol.
Right.
Meanwhile, like back, you know, I'm friends with Frank Zane. I would speak very freely about the protocols. And I believe him. Back in the day, they would run a cycle for 9 to 12 weeks. And it would be like a testosterone base with like a Diana ball, you know, like, and that's it. And they would just, you know, they would train all year round. And they would go on a cycle for 9 to 12 weeks, you know. And I believe that that's the best way to do it. Use it as the finishing touch, you know.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, you're lying. In order to be a pro, you got to be running shit all year. You got to be blasting and cruising. I'll tell you the truth. I have never cruised after a cycle in my whole life. I swear to God, not even 50 milligrams of testosterone. When I get off everything. Not a fucking Anavar, not 1 cc a test every 10 days, nothing. I always get off completely. And I always feel like fucking shit. But, you know, like, eventually, like, you come back, dude.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 37, actually, I can't wait for this trip to be over. You know, I've been telling James, it's like, yo, I don't feel like myself, dude. You know, I'm getting these weird little schizophrenic, like, kind of thoughts, you know, like I'm fucking thinking shit's fucking happening. It's not. I'm aggressive. I'm a dick. I'm hard to deal with, you know? So I'm like, yo, I can't wait till after California. I just want a PCT and get off everything. And then I want to fucking train naturally and document that and to show kids like, yo, listen, the top guys in the world, like, you know, we all get off. Like, I fully believe that the top guys in the world, they all get off. You know, it's like if you're having one beer every single fucking day, one beer ain't going to do shit for you. You know, you're going to need a 6-pack. If you're having a 6-pack every day, now you're going to need a 12-pack. Same thing, like with drugs. In order to fully utilize the PED, you need to rid your body of it. And then when you take 1 cc a test, it's going to feel like 3 cc's a test. You're going to be fucking responding better. So, you know, that's the mentality I had with all the coaches that I've worked with. We would do like a 1-to-1 ratio. If you're on for 12 weeks, you're off for 12 weeks. You know, if you're on for 1 year, you're off for 1 year. You know, like I've never been on for 1 year, but that's crazy. But, you know, I am 37 now. So now I have to realize, all right, I'm not 32. Can I get off fully? I don't know. But my YouTube channel, I'm going to try to document and see what's up. Last time I got off the Olympia prep, my natural testosterone was 16. So, yeah. That was was it my total test?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. I think it was my total test was 16. It was nothing, bro. Yeah. And my sperm analysis, because I told you we had the fertility stuff. So, like, normal sperm is 25 million sperm. Like, when you ejaculate, 25 million is, like, normal. I think I was, like, 355. So, I had no sperm and no testosterone, bro. So, it's pretty crazy. Because I was abusing, you know?
Like 355 of your did you
total.
Say
I was supposed
count?
to have 25 million.
Yeah, 355.
I was still shooting liquid, but it was just like, even when I jerked off in
shit.
the cup, I came back all sweaty and I came back with my cup. I was all proud. I was like, here. And the lady looks at it. She's okay, you know, thank you. You know, she knew there was no fucking sperm in that. It was just like clear. It's like, oh, what the fuck, man? So, yeah, crazy. The stuff that helped me most, like obviously the Clomid, ACG, all that stuff. But the stuff that really helped me the most, I believe, is the natural over-the-counter stuff, like the zinc, the folic acid, the green veggies. Like I swear by that, you know. When my clients come to me with fertility issues, I'm like, yo, bro, you're fucking eating just fucking rice and chicken every day. Like, there's no cholesterol in this diet, you know. Like, eat some normal fucking food.
Right.
Your body respond well.
Are there any ancillaries or health protocols, such as like scans, angiograms, tests, or anything that you've done? Or
yeah, I've done all
that. You do regularly?
Yeah, I have a really good doctor, and she's actually a former bodybuilder as well. Shout out to Gabrielle.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, Gabrielle Lyons. You should get her on the show, man. She's incredible. You know, thank God, knock on wood, I've always been in phenomenal fucking health. So I've been resilient to this. I think that's why I've been able to do it so long. You know, my blood work is always fucking phenomenal.
Do you have are there any ancillaries in particular that you take?
Ancillaries in terms of like,
just like
word for ancillary,
like supplements or medications that help manage your blood work, like citrus bergamot or astragalus root or anything,
bro. No, just normal shit. Just take omega-3s, krill oil, good multivitamin. You know, just most of the stuff's coming from food anyways. So
yeah, I mean, they are just supplements anyways. So I think it always comes down to the lifestyle. Cool. All right, let's jump with this Q&A because these people ask you a fuck ton of questions, of course.
I had a couple of my boys ask some fucked up questions too.
Yeah.
Is this going to be funny or is it going to be serious?
It's probably going to be both.
All right, cool.
Big Yosef asks, if I drink tequila once a week with lots of water, will my gains go to waste?
You want to fucking say what everyone says, that alcohol inhibits the ability to effectively burn fat. You know, if you want to fucking say that, then say that. But it all depends, man. How are you training? You know, how's everything else? You know, I don't know how you're training. Most people don't train hard. Most people don't look good because they don't train hard. So, I don't know. I would focus on the shit that you can control in terms of where you're training and nutrition. And if you feel like you earned one shot of tequila, I would do it. You know, Arnold used to drink. So I've drank on prep before, like maybe a glass of wine every 6 weeks if I went out to dinner with my wife. lower my cholesterol, my cortisol, and also like, you fill up the relationship cup. That shit makes you happy too.
Yeah.
So it depends on how far ahead you are.
Right. I did like 6-7 years off of alcohol. I would just like, if a friend had like a drink that tasted good, or they had like a good ass beer or something, or stout or whatever, I would take a sip so I could taste it. But aside from that, I never like drank.
Yeah.
And then my coach had me take a 1.5 ounce shot before my last show. So I picked the Kentucky West, what was it, bourbon whiskey. Shit was fucking fire. Oof. Opened up the floodgates. For last night's birthday party, I definitely took like 4 shots.
Sick.
So that 6 years is over.
One of my coaches, like before we used to compete, we used to do the death drink. So death drink is 2 shots of vodka, 2 shots of espresso, and a Cialis. And we would do it before bed. Yeah. It was like fucking crazy.
Before bed?
Yeah, before bed, the night before the show. It was a death drink.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they call it death drink.
That's fire.
Apparently, like, I don't know.
Fire.
I don't know if he's telling the truth. Apparently, Jay Cutler, or maybe I'm making this up. I don't know. Apparently, Jay Cutler used to do this also.
Espresso before bed?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I've never taken a Cialis before, bro. I'm not going to get a boner on stage, right? It's like, I was fucking scared, man. But it didn't, because when you're on stage, you're not even thinking like that, like you're like fight or flight mode. It's like you're in fight mode. You can't get a boner when you're in fight mode unless you're really crazy.
Look at me. I'm more shocked about the espresso than the Cialis.
Yeah. No, I fucking never taken one before, so I was nervous.
Will Junior 96 asks, gear-wise, what changed switching from men's physique to classic? Doses and compounds.
Nothing. The men's physique guys take the same shit as classic guys. Literally. Like, men's physique guy could easily be a classic guy. Like, if you have the right shape. The drugs are the same. I really believe that. Like,
what changed then? Or what do you think changed?
What changed? The training, bro. Like, like in men's physique, I was purposely holding myself back, to fit the restraints of the division, I would train 6 to 7 days a week, sometimes double sessions in a day. When I started taking 2 full rest days, my coach had to convince me, like, trust me, take 2 fucking rest days where you do nothing, and I really just fucking grew resting my body. This whole time I've been like, don't get too big. Judges' feedbacks, don't get too big. Don't get the arms too big. Don't do this too big, and that's it. Just resting the body. Your body grows when you rest. Your body don't grow when you're training.
Was there any big changes to your diet?
About the same shit.
About the same?
Yeah, just a little more food.
Gotcha.
I started using insulin for 1 year in Classic, and I placed worse than the year I didn't use insulin. And, so
do you think you were
drugs, sometimes a smaller box of drugs is better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially like the bigger box of drugs affects your mentality, then the cortisol, then your OCD, then your fucking, home life is bad. So it's like, just be happy. Take a small to medium box of drugs, Like I know like a lot of the top guys, and a lot of these guys are Olympians. I know like what Ryan Terry takes. I know what Big Ramy takes. I know what some other guys at top level take. Like I know like facts, I know. Like we have these conversations. The best guys in the world that are winning Olympia, they're not taking the biggest fucking box of drugs. Sometimes you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Like Big Ramy doesn't even know what the word insulin is. Like he doesn't never need that.
Damn.
Like
that's insanity.
Other guys, I don't want to mention names, but I know what they're taking too. And I'm like, you sure? Like, try this. I'd even suggest them some shit, and I'm like, no, man, this has always worked for me. This is what I use.
Right.
And why? Because this is bodybuilding.
Yep.
You rely on the training, the genetics, and the nutrition, and you focus on those things. You get really fucking good at those things. Then you throw the rocket fuel in on top of it. It's not about using the biggest box of drugs you can find.
I don't know everything, obviously, but like what I feel like, what I believe, like from everything I've seen, talking to all these people, etc. Like you build the mass in the off season. That's where it matters the most. You build your shape in the off season, and when you get diced, you just focus on losing all the fat, and the gear just helps you stay full. And the more gear you take, the more veiny, the more sometimes the more water retention you have in general. It makes it harder to get as crisp as you need to. Sometimes you see some natty guys sometimes look drier than a lot of these bodybuilders. And I was discussing this with other people, like I think Eric and some other guys too, but like that's why you see like the super heavyweights, the big open bodybuilders, they have more trouble getting in just as conditioned as like the smaller guys or like men's physique guys or something.
Yeah. Well, like even like maybe the viewers don't know unless you've been at this top level. Like, bro, you just become toxic. Like, your skin is toxic. Your breath, the taste in your mouth tastes like chemicals. Bro, like, everything in your body is like spitting out these chemicals and oils from your skin and trying to expel it, bro. You know, like, even people lose their hair. It's all the toxicity. You're fucking pumping your body with fucking shit that's not supposed to be pumped into your body. I was just making a joke with someone the other day, and I'm like, yo, I asked this doctor for Ecupause. And the doctor's like, are you crazy, man? Like, this is made for horses. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I want it. I want it because it's made for horses, you know? Not even thinking how stupid that fucking sounds, bro. Yo, give me the animal hormone. Let me inject it. Or give me the animal steroid. It's like, yo, what's wrong with us?
Yeah. I think, like I've said this before, but I really just think that like a lot of drugs, any drug, there's like a good optimal dose for you. And it doesn't mean it's the highest. Like, for example, you're being prescribed Adderall. You take too much Adderall, you take 100 milligrams, it's more than your dose, you're going to fucking tweak the fuck out. It's not going to optimize your studying. You need to take maybe the 20 you're prescribed or like the 10 that you actually feel good on. Otherwise, it gets too much. It's the same thing with gear. And like, you can look at even like bikini competitors, they really don't have to take a lot. Some of them hardly have to take much at all. So it's like you can't expect everybody to be taking tons and tons of gear because that works against you. And that's what's hurting, I think, a lot of people that maybe kids who just decide to jump on for their sake. Maybe it's their responsibility, sure, fine. But I mean, if you and I want to care about the world or whatever, and I don't know, just like put out information from our experience that might even be helpful. I mean, I feel like it's good for people to understand that what most already understand is you don't need to like
so much
blast your socks off, man. Like there's like everyone has an optimal dose to find an optimal look, whatever kind of look you're trying to find. And you can do too much and it hurts you.
Sometimes you got to do too much to learn. You know, like, oh, I tried this. Like in 2017, I used so much drugs and I was like, yo, that was actually bad for me. Let me use less drugs. I use less drugs now than I did at the Olympia, you know? And then in 2016, when I got third place in the classic physique Mr. Olympia, I got third. I literally was using 1 shot of testosterone a week. I think I was even taking a slow acting testosterone. It was Chris Aceto. Chris Aceto was not a huge drug guy, to the point where it's like, yo, I'm looking at the emails. I'm like, yo, is this lying? Is he lying? This can't be all my drugs. There's like 3 compounds here. Like, what in the fucking world? You know, it was like 3 compounds. It was like 1 injection a week. It's like, dude, I'm used to doing fucking 9 injections a week. What is this? You know, 1 injection a week versus 9 injections, you know, and dude, I placed third place, you know, because we're going for that look, bro. You know, it's like, yo, we're attaining that look. Like, do as much as you need, but don't go overboard because it's going to hurt you. So, and Chris Cito's cool because everything's like, yo, how you feel in the gym? You feel like a beast? I'm like, yeah, I feel like a beast, but what's up with the protocol? All right, keep on feeling like a beast. Like, he's all fucking trainer focused, bro. I'm going to give you the amount of food until you tell me you don't feel like a beast in the gym. When you tell me you don't feel like a beast in the gym, then we switch to food. We incorporate more food or less depending on what your feedback is. But his whole thing was like, yo, it's all about the fucking gym and the training, dude. The food supplements the training. You know, it's not the other way around. And then the drugs go on top of it just to give you that harder look, you know, stay fuller. So I thought that was really cool, man. All these years later, I could look back and kind of like see what the coaches were doing. You know, I think that's what, you know, me as a coach also, I pull from all these little things and I use them for my clients because I've tried them and seen them.
This question reminds me of what we were just talking about during the break, but Dallin FX asks, managing prep, work, and family. I know he has a kid that must make everything 10 times harder.
20 times. I got 2 kids. 20 times. It's tough, dude. It's the best thing in the world, bro. So right now what I'm having a problem dealing with is it's tough, dude. Like, so fathers will resonate with this, bro. Like, you and your wife, you get married, you fall in love, then you have kids. And you want your wife to take care of the kids. And your mom does such a good role at taking care of the kids. Now it's, all right, cool. Like, less time for me, you know? So it's less time for you. So now you kind of lose your wife in the process because you want her to take care of the kids, right? Women and children first. You know, when the Titanic, they didn't save the guys. What do they say? Yo, women and children first. The guy's like, yo, take figure it out, bro. You know? So it's tough because you have to figure out how to still provide and love and do everything for these people, but nobody's filling up your cup. So now, also now you have to go into prep. Okay, so fuck, you know, I lost my support system because, you know, they need that. They're women and children. Now me, I'm back to fend for myself, bro, you know, but I still had to provide for these people. So that was pretty hard. That took me about, I'm still trying to figure that out. I've actually never figured out how to, like, deal with that. You know, you just hope, like, one day, okay, cool. Kids get older, they go to school, whatever. Get our time back together. So that's one thing. You know, so then the other thing is you have another kid, and then the first kid regresses in its behavior, and now that kid starts kind of fucking bullying mom, you know? So now my son is bullying his mom. So now mom is miserable, and, you know, the son is miserable because he's jealous of a newborn. So now it's like, yo, like, what the fuck? You know, you're constantly putting out fires. So, yeah, that's how it's hard, man, because as a dad, as a man in general, you want to be everything for everybody, and you want to be the rock in your relationship, you know? So it's fucking tough, dude. And then to compete on top of it, you know, I think I really, like, I said in the beginning of the podcast, maybe I do this because I don't love myself. But, like, I feel like also doing bodybuilding, I love it because I feel alive. I think that's why I'm always drawn to it. It's like a little bit of for me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do recreational drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't go to Vegas and gamble, you know? So it's like, well, what's my vice? You know, is my vice, you know, fuck it. I like to spend 2.5 hours in the gym, and I like to try to see these little transformations in my physique, you know? So maybe that's what helps me become a better father, is I have a little kind of thing over here. Maybe for someone else it's music or basketball or sports or whatever, you know, but for me it's that. So yeah, as a man out there, you're struggling, find some shit that's yours. Do that for an hour or two a day, because that's what makes you you. Yeah. You know? So yeah, shit's fucking tough. But have kids. I'm a big fucking believer in that, bro. My life is totally better with kids and a wife than it was ever before, dude. I remember, like, I've said this before too. I remember, like, because I was, like, the first, like, competitor influencer. Like, I was one of the first, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't a lot of guys in that field. So I would travel a lot, and then, like, I would, you know, a single guy traveling, and then I started doing shit that single guys that travel do. Then after a while, I felt so empty and dirty and lonely. I'm like, whoa, fuck, man, this is real life, you know what I mean? So I kind of was, like, manifesting, like, yo, I got to meet a great woman. And I met my wife, Chelsea, and she's phenomenal, you know? So, yeah, have your fun. When you meet a fucking great girl, you're going to know when it's time, that you know when it's right. You know what's right. Have fucking kids, bro. You have them. Have as many as you can. Yeah.
It's funny because I would have had no idea what you were talking about, like, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But the place has clicked for me. I had my time single for sure.
Well, dude.
Instagram's seen it.
Yeah, man. Extent, once you hook up with a lot of chicks, then it's like, all right, you feel like you're giving a chick more. You give them your energy, and it's not getting reciprocated back. You know? So you feel fucking like, take a little piece, take a little piece, take a little piece. Then it's like you're in a fucking, sleeping alone in the fucking bed. And like, yo, you feel like even they enjoyed it more than you sometimes. Yeah. Crazy. Some people that don't hook up with a lot of chicks, like, what the fuck's he talking about? That sounds great. Yeah. I'm tired. I got so tired of that shit. I'm disgusted. Disgusted by that shit, bro.
Yeah. The family sounds beautiful. Sounds like a lot of work, but it sounds like a lot of good work.
Yo, what the fuck were we born to do? Were we born to fucking... We were born to reproduce.
Yep.
You know, what it says in the Bible... In the Bible, it says, be fruitful and multiply. Like, that's, like, really what we're here for. We're organisms, bro. You know, like, keep on fucking reproducing, man. Not with multiple women and stuff. Yo, people are going to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be responsible. When you find someone good, have some fucking kids. You know? Like, my friend told me, like, oh, your wife's pregnant? Now you're going to know the meaning of life. And then when I had the kid, I was like, holy crap, like... You know the meaning of life. Your life is, like, fulfilled, you know. Your
life's not just yours anymore.
It's fucking dope. It's sick, dude. Yeah. When you hold your kid for the first time, you start to fucking, like, wow. Like, just how the hell was I deserving of this? It's amazing. And then you see the way they fucking act. Like when my son picks up like a 25-pound kettlebell and just instinctively deadlifts it, it's cool. This is fucking sick, man. You know, like it's really fucking cool.
That's cool. Psyche asks, worst cycle you ever ran?
Worst?
Yeah, worst.
I don't know. I fucking pretty much ran the same cycle my whole career. Yeah, my cycle off season, like you have your fucking testosterone cypionate with like the androgens. It depends how crazy you want to get with the androgens. Anadrol is probably the best off season fucking drug to get huge and strong. And then if you want to go to the medium tier, you do the D-ball, which is like fucking sick also. Then if you want to go a little less severe, you do the Tren. Ecupause. You know, I was always big on Ecupause, EQ. And then I would always have to run a high dose of like a Novadex or like half a pill of Arimidex. And I would run that on the off season. And if I feel I wasn't big enough, I would do a low dose of growth hormone, like 3 IUs. And that was pretty much off season. And then I would always do a PCT, like 40 days. And then I go into my faster stuff, which is the Three Brothers, testosterone propionate, the Tren, the Masteron. Now it gets crazy, okay? Then you do the Winstrol on top of that. And then you do the Novadex on top of that. And then I'm not telling you to do this. I'm a trained professional. Do not try this at home. Then you do the Halotestin, the Proviron. Then you do the fucking like, it's just like.
Are you talking about prep?
Yeah, on prep.
Yeah.
The shredding stock, you know. So then you fucking start to get crazy. Like, all right, let's do the insulin. Let's do the injectable L-carnitine. Let's do all this stuff, you know. Like, it's just like, you kind of start like now it's like, all right, you're smart enough to know less is more. But now you're a fucking testosterone-filled fucking maniac, and now you want to do more, you know? So it's kind of fucking chill. It's good to have a coach, you know?
Yeah.
And it's good.
It's so good to have a coach.
It's good to have a coach, man. Otherwise, you'll all be dead. You know what I mean? Imagine if you didn't even know. Like, I've heard stories of guys that are taking, like, 200 milligrams of Anadrol a day. It's like, whoa, that's fucking nuts. You know? So those are guys that are competing now.
Right. I mean, I'm sure that there are guys that have to take a lot to respond similarly, but I mean, it's genetics, right? And that's
genetics,
few.
Yeah.
There's very few. So.
But it's also potency of the drugs. Like, how fucking weak is your drug if you have to do fucking 4 pills instead of 1? You never know. You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Oh, worst cycle you ever ran. Damn.
How did you feel, by the way, about like Anadrol being a harsh compound in your off season? Do you feel like
I loved it because it was fucking amazing strength and fullness, but it kills your libido, like destroys it. Like, you're done. Like, what's the point of being jacked if you can't fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, what the hell? Like, you know, I think we instinctively we want to get jacked, because we love it. But also, like, you want to attract the opposite sex, you know? So it's like, well, what the hell, man? It's not worth my mental sanity not be able to get my dick hard. You know what I mean? Seriously. They can suck it and play with all you want. Nothing's going to happen. Then you feel worse. Like, oh, it's not you, it's me. Yeah. You know? So.
Did you ever feel like it affected your, like, blood work?
Yeah.
And, like, too much?
Not too much. I would never run it more than, like, 30 to 45 days, man. I was just training with somebody, Simeon Panda, actually. He's like, yo, there's this one iconic photo of you in Frank Zane's backyard where you're hitting a front lat spread, and it looks like if the wind blows, you're going to fly away. And I was like, yeah, bro, Anadrol. Like, and I have one bottle of Anadrol in my kitchen. I just keep on looking at it. I'm like, yo, one day I'm going to take this last bottle of Anadrol. It's going to be my last. I've been saving it. It's like an aged balsamic, dressing, It's like the older it gets, the more potent it is. Like, one day I'm going to use this, Do
you remember the last time you took Anadrol?
Yeah. Last time I took Anadrol was when I did the Arnold Classic in 2018. Yeah. I was working with AJ. No, not AJ. Ryan Benson. I was working with Ryan Benson. Yeah. Great coach. Great guy.
Yeah, Ryan's a cool dude.
He's awesome.
I appreciate him. We did a podcast too.
He's cool.
Chris Wolf asks, what's your favorite diet weeks to be lean? Weeks?
I don't know, man. We all eat the same shit. You know, chicken and rice, steak and potato, egg whites and oatmeal. That's all the same diet, bro. People think there's like a secret, bro.
Yeah.
It's all the boring shit.
I mean, I really think it's just like whatever you can digest the best. And normally it's just the cleaner foods or just shit that's not, you know, processed.
Yeah, but dude, we all eat the same shit, bro.
We do.
The same
to an
15
extent,
foods in different quantities over and over and over again. You know, it's very simple. People think it's like, dude, we're all doing the same shit.
Marky Gaines asks dosages when he was placing second at the O. How many years he's still got in classic?
Dosages?
Yeah, first one is dosages when he was placing second at the O.
The same as when I was fucking, you know, not placing second in the O. Like everything's the same, you know?
Yeah.
It's like same bullshit. That's a whack question because I already answered it.
And then he asks how many years he's still got in classic.
I don't know, maybe none. Maybe none, dude. Honestly, like I want to do another show in classic, but it's possible none, bro. You know, can I get big? Okay, like ask yourself this question: can you push your body to get so big that you keep your shape? It's very hard to say, yo, I'm gonna put on mass here and not here. You know, it's like where's your body want to go? You know, so it depends on how you're responding.
The Real Blue asks top 5 chests and top 5 back exercises of all time.
Oh shit!
Maybe we could just change it to
total.
Maybe we could just change it to top 3. Make this quick.
Yeah, I mean, I never had the best chest. You know, let's be honest. Like, I've never had the best chest. I would have to say decline presses. I love decline presses. I just feel it throughout the entire pec. Push up. I'm a huge advocate of push up. I feel like people are not doing enough at the end of the workout. And then maybe a dumbbell fly or dumbbell press incline. Now for back, you're going to want to have what I've been doing to improve my back. My back's improved dramatically. Heavy rack pulls. Barbell 1 inch underneath the knee. Heavy rack pulls. Old school T-bar rows. And then pull-ups.
Nice.
Pull-ups.
Kyle Cos asks, what were some of the differences in preps with your current coach and AJ?
Differences. Cash has a more healthier approach. And when I say healthier, I'm not talking about, you know, health in terms of like blood work or anything like that. I'm talking about healthier approach for me as a person. And what that means is there's some coaches that are so fucking good, dude. Like AJ was amazing, but he would fucking fire me up. I'd wake up to a good morning text. It would be like, good morning, champ. I had a dream about you last night that you were on the center of the podium and the crowd was going crazy. And I know you have what it takes, so make today the very best fucking day that you could and show them what the fuck you're working for. Bro, you get that fucking text message at 5:50 a.m. in the morning. It's like, yo, I'm not paying my fucking bills. They're past due. I'm not watering my lawn. I'm not fucking saying hi to my neighbor. Bro, he was too good that I was becoming a worse human. I was just too like, yo, this is too much for me, for Sadik. It was too much for Sadik, man, because I'm already intense, you know? So he was fucking great. If you're just talking about a fucking coach, like that's what you want. People need that, bro. Me, that was going to become so self-destructive for me. I was like, no, dude, I can't do that anymore. I was just scared I was going to be alone. And I was just going to fucking just take this so far that I couldn't fucking come back. Whereas Cash, I went back to Cash after working with AJ, because I'm like, yo, this is just better for my psyche, man. I'm a psychopath. I was a psychopath before bodybuilding. Like you said, I'm OCD. I'm like have extremely high standards. Like that was good to become the best bodybuilder that I could ever be, an athlete. But then I was like, fuck, dude. Like, yo, you know, like I'm doing that for a sport that where you're number one in the world for fucking 1 year. And after 1 year, it's like, oh shit, you were fucking first in the world. Now you're second, you're a piece of shit, bro. You know, in this sport, man, you're only as good as your last fucking show. So it's like, you know, you're doing all that, you know, and then at the end of the day, you're just like the next best guy comes, and next best guy, and next best guy, you know, and then all of a sudden they don't speak about you anymore, man. So I couldn't have risked 99% for 1%. I couldn't do it anymore. It's too much, man. Cash Guidry, a little more chill. Hey, man, go have a fucking cheap meal. You know, how you feeling today? Oh, yeah? All right, take a day off, you know. And I've actually, my body fucking looks sick that way. So, like I said, it's the balance between mental health and then physically looking fucking sick. You know? It's like, yo, it's a balance, man.
It is.
You know, like, who's to say, man? Maybe I'm too fucking, maybe I knew, I don't know, man. The mental health is so fucking important, dude. You know? Imagine fucking working 18 years of your life to achieve a goal, and you achieve the goal, and then you're fucking totally fucking just whacked out of your mind, and you're lonely, and everyone is fucking, you pushed everyone away, and then your fucking health is compromised, and next thing you know, you blink, and we all have that guy in the gym. You're that 70-year-old man that's wrinkly, still wearing workout gloves, like still fucking looking like he's prepping, and he's alone. You know, and that was like a fear of mine. It's like, yo, I don't want to be that guy. I even told my wife, yo, never let me compete beyond my years. You know, like I don't want to be that fucking guy that places worse and worse and worse and worse, you know? So, yeah, fuck. That was the biggest difference, man. Coach could be fucking so good, and you got to be in the right place for that, you know? You can't be so good that you fucking turn into a maniac. It was nuts.
Last question, so we can wrap it up. But
let's wrap this bitch up, man.
Francisca Manuel asks, what is a piece of advice you've received from someone that has changed your life?
Damn. I think I spoke about this sooner, like earlier in the podcast. You remember when I was telling you? A piece of advice that I received that has changed my life from somebody. So recently, my friend Mike Cox, I don't know if this is the best piece of advice, but this is who comes to mind. Mike Cox, fucking love the guy. We call him Big Coxie. What a good name, right? Big Coxie. I think one day I was traveling with him in Texas, and we're visiting like a military base. And I was speaking to him like, yo, man, like he's like an Army Ranger, very intense guy. And I was telling him about bodybuilding and what I'm doing. He's very in tune with bodybuilding. He knows a lot of the top bodybuilders. And he was telling me, I was like, yo, I'm like having a problem like enjoying this shit, bro. You know, sometimes I have a problem enjoying this because I'm so fucking intense. And we were driving. He's like, yo, listen, squeezing the fuck out of the steering wheel won't make your car drive faster. You know? So it's like, yo, what's going to happen is going to fucking happen, bro. So stop being so fucking like neurotic, you know? And I was reminded of this a couple weeks ago because I was building a motorcycle for my son. And my sister was visiting, and we're putting together, me and my brother-in-law were putting together a motorcycle. And she's like, yo, why are you so tense? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, yo, you're clenching the fuck out of your jaw. My jaw muscles. Well, I'm just standing there looking at a motorcycle, clenching my jaw. I was like, holy shit, she's right. Like, you know, like I could be so fucking worked up and intense, you know, that you need to learn how to fucking chill. So yeah, that's a piece of advice. Squeezing the fuck out of the steering wheel won't make the car drive faster.
Nice.
And that's the first one that came into mind. Yeah. But there's so many more. I think I touched on a few earlier.
That's a good one.
No, it's dope, man. You don't realize like life's happening. Enjoy this shit. Even my driver, I have a driver that drives me to the airport, and I was talking about some bullshit, and he just very casually says, "Enjoy life, bro." You know? He just said that, just the one fucking thing, because he knew I was being fucking intense, man. The kids aren't letting me sleep in. I haven't had a good sleep in so long. Being grumpy as fuck, you know. Here I am. I'm traveling to LA to shoot content for 3 days. I should be happy, you know. He's like, just enjoy this shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking enjoy this shit. Thank you, bro. So you get little hints and reminders how to fucking just enjoy what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah. That leads me to my last question from myself.
Wait, that was supposed to be the last question.
This is the Q&A question.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I ask everyone this question at the end, but I feel like you've already answered it. If you were to leave the earth tomorrow or pass away, whichever, and you had one message you could send to the entire world today, what would the message be?
Damn, bro, what the fuck? That's deep as fuck, man. Wait, this is not my tombstone message. This is a message, like,
just a message you can send to the world.
A message?
Yeah.
Fuck. I wasn't prepared. I never made it to the end of your podcast before, dude. Damn, you asked this to every guest? Damn, I wish I did some research. Because this takes digging, bro. You know, you can't just fucking say, like, you got to dig inside. For me, my message would be this, dude. I grew up extremely insecure, and I grew up thinking I wasn't worthy of achieving any of my dreams. Like, I used to think that living your best life was only reserved to those that were either gifted or special or privileged, not realizing that with your own two hands, you have the ability to actually materialize these things if you start to believe in yourself. Because when you don't believe in yourself and you don't take the first step, then you're never going to fucking achieve shit in your life. So be ignorant to the fact that your dreams are within reach. And if you start working towards them and you work hard every fucking day towards that dream, that you could actually achieve it. So a good life is not reserved to those that are just fortunate. Everyone has the same opportunity. We got the same 24 hours in a day. How the fuck are you going to use yours, bro? And sometimes having your back against the wall and being at rock bottom, you have more advantage than somebody who has everything laid out for them in front of them. I love rock bottom because there's nowhere to go besides up, bro. You know, you have no choice but to succeed. You burn your boats. So believe in your fucking self and get started. Yeah, fuck the sob shit, bro. I want that. You know, I want that rock bottom. Like, think about bodybuilders. How many bodybuilders have stemmed from a breakup? You know, or even women that get in sick shapes or break up, like the revenge body. You know? Like, that's rock bottom, bro. You feel like shit, your heart's broken, and you fucking make something positive out of it. So no matter where you're at, bro, fucking believe in yourself, get started, and fucking change your life, bro. We all got the same 24 hours. Don't be a little bitch. Strangle that little bitch, like Goggins says. Yeah. Cool, dude. That was fucking really fun.
That was sick, dude. That was awesome.
Man, I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. Yeah, that was cool.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
No
really
problem, bro.
Appreciate it. I know you had a busy fucking weekend.
Yeah, no, dude,
and just trip in general. So,
but my word is my honor. So when I say something, it's just I got to do it, dude.
I appreciate that.
Shit.
Where can everybody find you?
On Craigslist. Yeah. If you search interesting and count, now I'm playing. I don't know, man. My first and last name, you know, like I'm sure you're gonna have my name on the podcast. Just Google me. You know, that's not what this is about right now, dude. I don't want to plug no products. I don't want to plug myself. This was cool. Yeah, I feel like I owe you.
No.
Yeah, I feel like I owe you, man. That was good therapy. I need to get some shit out. So that was cool.
I think you gave a lot to a lot of people. Yeah. I think a lot of people, including me, will appreciate this. I feel like you could have done
better, though, because I want to really take my time. When someone asks me a question, I really want to, like, because I'm figuring out, too. You know, because nobody asks me questions. You know, like, nobody fucking asks me, like, deep questions, you know. My interactions are mostly, you know, hey, man, what's up? I'm really inspired by you, bro. You have one piece of advice for someone that's trying to gain weight. You know, so my answers are very robotic because I'm so used to, like, the robotic bullshit, you know. But people come into me with respect. But, you know, as soon as I start answering a question, they have another question on top. And they don't listen to the answer or ask another question. I was like, man, does this person really care? It's like when someone says, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing good, man. How you doing? You know, it's like you don't really ask the question. But when you're asking a question, one message you want to leave to the world when you die, it's like, oh, fuck. That's fucking really good, man. You got to learn a lot by yourself. Yeah, so it was cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Great, dude.
Thanks, man.
I'm bad at goodbyes, so.
No, it was perfect.
Otherwise, I would keep running.
It was perfect.
All right, cool.
Thanks, guys. If you'd like to support the podcast, 5-star on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find podcasts, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and clicking the bell button. Helps us get amazing, sick legends like this guy. So,
sick, bro.
Thanks for coming on again. Awesome. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. That was fucking sick. Peace.
Sweet. We got
yeah.
Thanks, man.